Sony is committed to diverse and resilient live service games. Weren't we just talking about how live service was a problem? I thought that's why Veilguard failed. Why is Sony into it? Including forthcoming Marathon and Fairgames, despite high-profile failures. They fired that dude, by the way. Remember the one that made the stank face that was in charge of art? He's gone. Bye-bye. Not that that's a surprise. I think he knew the writing was on the wall. He could tell by his face. Again, I mean, this is the character. This is the person. This is like what they said, yeah, man, we're going to release this. That's crazy to me. I don't know what they're doing. It's so bad. It's so bad. The CEO, Herman Hulse, stated the company remains committed to building a diverse and resilient portfolio of live service games, which includes the unreleased Marathon and Fairgames. I'm not too familiar with Fairgames. That's despite high-profile live service failures. In addition to controversy with these two forthcoming games. Now, we all know failures. We're talking about Concord. That's the biggie one. That's the big one. The successful games like Helldivers 2, Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is not doing very well. I mean, it exists. People talk about it. Destiny 2 is not doing very well. It's kind of just getting strung along. And people who are in Destiny don't want to stop playing so much because they have stuff in Destiny. It's FOMO more than anything. That's pretty much why it exists. If it wasn't for FOMO, Destiny 2 would be dead. So Hull stated that Sony is building the success of games as Helldivers and Destiny for future projects. How are they building on the success of those if they're making Marathon? How does that make any sense? How are you going to build on this success with Marathon? How does any of this traverse to that unless you're going to shut down Destiny 2 to pray Marathon's good and try to get people over there? We look forward to showcasing our progress with Marathon, a game that has seen no shortage of controversy recently, yes. Helldivers 2, the large jewel in Sony's live service crown, was dubbed a resounding critical and commercial success. It is great. Helldivers 2 is fantastic, even to this day. It's a really good game. I was actually playing it a couple weeks ago. It's just one of those games where I feel like you can always just jump in and have a good time. But the only thing is that the harder difficulty you go on, the more time you have to give it. So you can't sit down and play for 15, 20 minutes, walk away. You are in it until you're done the runs. Hulse called Marathon innovative and bold. Bold's right. In probably the worst way possible, bold. No other compliments were offered to Bungie's upcoming extraction shooter, though the accompanying slide noted strong early engagement. That's bullshit. What is that supposed to mean? Because people are talking about it, it's not positive. Wow. There's strong early engagement. People jumped off. Oh my God. I don't think we can see it because it's closed down. But if we go look again at SteamDB, it was really bad. Literally, people got on and it just trickled down every day. Even the last day didn't have a bump. It got less and less and less people. It was like 690 people peak a day. Even though I understand it was a closed alpha, beta, whatever, those people were not coming back to play. That's how bad it was. So no, there's not been strong early engagement, and that is such a crappy word, snaky word to use. Engagement, because it could mean anything. It could be people talking shit about it. It could be me making a YouTube video and people watched it, and that's engagement, even though it's everyone's saying, yeah, this game sucks. Like, this means nothing. That is crazy. Maybe it's how many people they got on their Discord. I don't know. An interesting perspective, to be sure. At least as far as Marathon is concerned, while much of what Hull said about Helldivers 2 is true, the game has managed to remain a fantastic success story for the industry giant. Marathon has found itself on the receiving end of exceptional problems. Yeah, strong early engagement noted, and the presentation doesn't reflect the available player figures for the game's closed alpha. During the short-lived test, Marathon shed roughly 80% of its initial player base. Oh my God, do they have it? Are they actually going to cover this? Look at these numbers. Peak 6,900 day one. It was half the next day, folks. Half. That's insane. People played and they immediately said, "Nah, I'm good." They were in a closed alpha and they didn't want to play anymore. That's how good the engagement was. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. Strong early engagement's a lie. It's complete misdirection. As far as engagement via discussion, Marathon's many problems dominated the conversation, such as its locked three-player form and lack of feasible solo mode. That doesn't really matter in alpha. That's dumb. That's dumb to talk about. The repetitive nature of the game is the problem. The actual lack of crucial extraction shooter features, such as proximity voice, is a major. These are the major problems. Three-player format and lack of solo mode isn't an issue in a closed alpha. You shouldn't expect to see all of those things there. Things will be missing. But they said they're not going to do prox voice. That's crazy. How do you not have proximity voice in an extraction shooter? If you're in an extraction shooter, you need to be able to talk to the people around you. It's so important. If anyone's played Dark and Darker, that's like an extraction shooter, but it's fantasy. It's really good. But yeah, there's VoIP. So one of the biggest... Oh my god. This is going to hurt to read. One of the biggest merits of Marathon was its aesthetic, which soon sourced sour due to an art plagiarism scandal. Does anyone here think the Marathon aesthetic, again, this is the aesthetic, was a good feature in the game? I don't think I heard anyone say it was good. I think people were like, it's just a shooter, don't worry about it. I never saw a merit? No. No. The character designs are horrendous. Bungie admitted to the use of external art in the game's development process, blaming it on a former employee and committing a full audit of in-game assets in order to remove stolen work. This situation reportedly sent morale to Bungie into a free fall. I did hear about that. I reported on that. The other thing about this, though, is what they stole was really just text. It was the weirdest thing. Like, it was text on a gun. Why was that stolen? Like, why do that? I don't understand why you would steal that type of thing. It's just text. Like, the things that were taken made no sense to take. It was dumb. And they were like, oh, the artist is so great. But I'm like, no, it was just text, bro. It's just text. It's not even like they took pictures and put it in the game and like actual like art, like, you know, like the side of a building, a mural. No, it was text and they put it on a gun. It was so strange. So then when they went and had that big live event, they were going to show gameplay, but they ended up not showing it. But I think the reason they didn't is because they didn't know what art was theirs and what wasn't. So they didn't want to show any more stuff that they haven't shown, and maybe they'll end up showing more art that's not theirs. Or maybe they found out there is more art that's not theirs already, and it was going to be shown. I really think that's why they didn't do it, and that's why that guy had that stink face. He's like, he found more, but they weren't going to talk about it? I don't know. The Marathon Alpha released recently, and its environments are covered with assets lifted from poster designs I made in 2017. Look, this is what I'm talking about. It's arrows. It's letters. It's just text. Look. See this Aleph thing? This. Aleph. Blah, blah, blah. There it is. That's what they took. Text and a line. It's not even... It doesn't matter. Why are you taking this? Why aren't you just making your own? And why does it say Aleph? Like, what is this stuff? And then you go over here. It's triangles. Do you see what I'm saying? It's triangles. They're lifting triangles. This weird little thing. Now, this is actually, I'd say, drawing. Like, this is truly trash to take. They took, like, whatever these little tiny icons are. But these are such little dumb things. Why aren't you making it? Why are you doing this? Doesn't that make no sense? It makes no sense. This site sucks. This site sucks to go through. I just realized Bungie took inspiration from my piece for this week's cutscene. Certainly took me by surprise when I watched the cutscene. So is this the original and this is the new one? Oh, I see. I mean, this is inspiration. That's not a big deal. I would say that's not a big deal. Hey, Bungie. So the Nerf Ace of Spades directly lifts a commission I did in 2015 This is not similar or coincidence. You can see my same brushstrokes and scratches, smudges. Oh, yeah, so here we go. Now, this is actual art lift. Oh, my God. They had a major problem with this, huh? But again, the tech stuff's dumb. This stuff, that stuff, to me, matters the most. Then we have Fairgames, which hasn't been shown off much since its initial reveal. A cooperative heist game. It was recently delayed due to studio founder Jade Raymond departing for greener pastures. Oh, that's not a good sign. All right. According to Raymond, in 2022 Games Industry Biz article, more than 30% of the studio is currently working on machine learning, artificial intelligence, and cloud-based dev tools. That is what the people with Fairgames are working on. They're trying to make it an automated game that's going to make itself. It is clear that despite uncertainty surrounding Sony's upcoming live service releases, the company wishes to remain entrenched in the space, or at the very least to appear confident in its continued presence in the world of live service. Yeah, it's a big mistake. It looks like they are not ready for live service. Like, they really don't know how to do it. They got lucky. But with Marathon, it sounds like Fairgames too. Like, it's not looking too hot. We're just we're learning about this game, Fairgames. Also made by Sony. Fairgames trailer. Let's go look at it. CGI trailer, not actual gameplay. Okay, thanks. They're 30. So real quick catch up. 30% of this studio is working on AI now. I need to see what this is. I think I know what it is.
Seems like everyone does these days. It's simple. Too much money and too much power is held by just a few people.
Oh my God, it's Robin Hood. But it sounds like it might be Robin from the Hood. Oh no. Oh God. Oh God.
And it's only getting worse. So, we decided to do something about it. Let's go.
Oh no. What's that game that we were just talking about that has Sweet Baby Ink written all over it, where they made the thieves basically from Africa and they're stealing their stuff back, right? But they're just really just stealing. Oh man. Oh, of course, it's hip hop.
Designer socks too, I got the swag too. It's a haiku, I'm something like you. My drink and drive too, work 9 to 5s when I was in high school. These shoes here don't come out.
I remember this game now. I remember watching this trailer and being like, oh no, you didn't. They did.
I do's got a window seat like Erica Badu.
Yeah, you see that? We're talking another extraction shooter, my friends. They have Marathon going, and here's another one. What are they doing? What are they thinking? They don't know what they're doing. And this one just had someone leave the company, right? Who was it? Like, it was someone relatively important leave the company. It was delayed due to the studio founder. The founder left. They left for greener pastures. Does anyone really understand what that means? The founder's like, I'm out. The founder. Let's keep looking. Oh my God, the Monkey Squad just showed up. I have so many things to say that maybe I can't say on YouTube. Why are monkeys here? Ladies and gentlemen, why are the monkeys here?
Weird. Weird.
See you soon. Oh, by the way, it's delayed. Our founder left the company. Yeah. So there's Fair Games, and I guess they get rid of the $sign. Now it's just Fair Games without the $sign. So that's another extraction shooter. Oh my goodness. And they have Marathon going too. What are they thinking? They're so dumb. Yeah, see, more than 30% of the studios working on machine learning, artificial intelligence, cloud-based dev tools. It's toast, man. That game's not going to see the light of day. If it does, I mean, they say how ready they are for live service. They're going to stick with it. The things that they have left on the tube is Marathon, which, again, we just looked at the numbers. This is how many people kept playing after one day. And then it just kept going down. It was less every single day. And when the last day of the alpha happened, it did not see any bump. It stayed low. I remember I went over this before on another video. I remember looking at it. I was like, wow, every single day was less. Every single day was lower. It was shocking. That's what they have coming. Marathon, that even the people that got in stopped playing right away. And Fair Games, which who knows when. It said see you soon, but I guess not.
Sony every game.